Right guys, Shay here, Uneven Mountains, hope you guys are well. So, back with another one, hope you guys are alright. Obviously, a lot happening with English cricket at the moment. England due to play a intra 3-day match tomorrow, so that should be interesting. I'm going to do a video on that as well in a little while, but yeah, thought I'd just start off with my thoughts on Ben Stokes being given the captaincy for the first test starting next week, July the 8th. It's actually a week tomorrow, test, so yeah, just wanted to talk about that because a lot's been said about Stokes. Obviously as the all-rounder, has a lot obviously on his shoulders already in the team as one of the key batsmen on the side, one of the most experienced batsmen on the side now as well, in that top 7, and then obviously the fact that he's selected as a fourth teamer and is required at times. There's a lot of pressure placed upon his shoulders to break up partnerships, take wickets, and he's very capable as well, as we know. So especially at test level. So there's obviously a lot resting on him. Obviously he's a gun fielder as well. He's just an outstanding player, isn't he? Really, I think we all admit that, or we all know that. So I think he's pretty walking to any side. So he is. I think it's very hard to argue with him being the best test all-round in the world, if not the best all-round in the world across all formats. So to then kind of give him captaincy, for me, obviously, it's surprising and not surprising. First of all, he's vice-captain, so it only makes sense if the captains aren't there. Obviously, in this case, with Joe Root being away for the birth of his second child, then the vice-captain should step into their shoes and take over the role for however long it is. I think for me, I think it shows kind of the lack of experience in the England squad that Ben Stokes would be the vice-captain. And that is for a couple of reasons. One, obviously, what he's gone through in the last 3 years. I know he was vice-captain before. He was quite young when he was appointed vice-captain, I think, in 2016. And obviously, the Bristol incident happened close to 3 years ago now. And obviously, but his career's been kind of tainted with various incidents, hasn't it? From West Indies to the Bristol incident. He's always made strong comebacks. I think after the West Indies incident in 2015, he came back and did really well against New Zealand, especially the ball. I remember him doing very well that series, and he played a big hand in that series. And I think it's kicked off from there. Obviously, he had the hiccup, a major issue with Bristol, and then he came back and had the incredible 2019. Eventually after the court cases acquitted, and then obviously had the incredible 2019. So his career's gone. Now he's captain. I mean, it's incredible how his career's panned out. Really, he's absolutely done a full 180, hasn't he? Yeah, so I look forward to his updated version of his book. But yeah, anyway, so for me, I said it's no surprise that he's captain, but I just feel like I wouldn't go down that road. It's not to do with the fact that there's both and obviously the Flintoff comparisons, which have been levelled a lot in this current time, with not burdening Stokes anymore with the official captaincy tag, even though he's a leader in the team already without even wearing the armband. But it's not even that. I think the reason why is because England at the moment is so inexperienced as a team. It's not massively inexperienced, but it's quite inexperienced, especially in the batting, that I feel like the last thing you want to do is kind of one of the key gun players in that team, along with say Broad and Anderson, to be overburdened. They don't need that. They don't need that extra pressure, I think, on the players they expect to perform. Every series, and they don't have many of those players currently in the squad, which is it kind of just shows that England's very much in a transition stage. I mean, Josh Butler being announced as vice captain now. I mean, again, it's a surprising choice because for me he's on very shaky ground. I would have given it to Roy Burns personally as the vice captain. Obviously he's led to a championship. He's got a lot of captaincy experience, unlike Stokes. And I think that he'd have been a good deputy, because I actually think that he provided an able deputy going forward actually to Joe Root. If you would say maybe drop Stokes vice captain, which is not going to happen. Let's be honest, not going to happen now. He's going to remain vice captain, I think, for the foreseeable future. But I just feel like Josh Butler being the vice captain, it's like, what does it say about the overall setup and the experience in that squad? It's obviously lacking when you've got a guy who's averaging 23 in the last 18 months, who's, you know, is vice captain. I mean, basically, if Ben Stokes goes down injured in, let's say, in this warm-up game starting tomorrow, or before the first test, then Josh Butler's your New England captain, which I think after the final test in South Africa in, you know, Joburg, you could argue whether he should be even in the team. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, me personally, I said I wouldn't have gone with Stokes, but I understand why, because obviously it's his next cab off the rank. I just feel like maybe it's not the best decision. And I think just because of the lack of experience in that squad already, the last thing you want to do is just overburden the gun players, as I mentioned before. That's really it. I'm trying to think of something really a bit more punchy to say about this, but I can't really think of anything else. I just feel like, you know, Stokes is a wonderful player, a leader already, irrespective of the armband. Maybe doesn't need a tag to be added onto him. I mean, I know he really wanted last year, prior to the World Cup, he really wanted that the vice captaincy back. But maybe, I'm not saying necessarily too soon, but I don't know, maybe that was what kind of that faith in that, you know, the ECB gave him, the management gave him, Tom Harrison, etc., that they placed in him to give him the vice captaincy back. Maybe that propelled him to give the performances that he gave last year, you know, those match-winning performances ahead and leading the World Cup final. I think maybe that's why, maybe that's what it was, that the kind of belief in him just made him feel a lot more supported, because I'm sure there was a few question marks, you know, and a few mental demons when he came back into the setup after what happened. And I think that the faith that the ECB showed in him, maybe just it showed him and proved to him that he is firmly back in the good books, if you want to call it that. So yeah, anyway, that's about it, guys. If you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed the video, please do like the video, share, comment, and most subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.